Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm so happy to have you. This week we are going to take a regular plastic container and turn it into a storage caddy. So here's a look at all of our supplies and we're going to get into the tutorial. So you're going to just start off with mixing a little bit of either Mod Podge or glue and water together. I ended up using a combination of both the Mod Podge and the glue just for the consistency that I was trying to get to. And I don't really have a measurement system. I would just pour in a little of each until I got it to where I wanted it to be. And then I used my foam brush just to go ahead and paint on the mixture. And you want to do even thin coats at first, and then once it dries, if you want this to be more noticeable, you would add on another coat once it dries. So basically the goal with this concoction is to give the caddy a frosted look. Now normally you can get the frosted look by using spray paint, but I wanted to try this Mod Podge glue and water mixture to see if I could get the same result without using the spray paint. So while the caddy is drying, I'm just going to take these wooden dowels and cut them down to size using a handsaw. And what I'm doing with these is creating little hooks or pegs that I can use, because I'm going to use this caddy to store all of my washi tape. And so I'm going to cut them down to size to where they'll fit into the drawer without standing up past the top, so that when I close it, it doesn't catch. I got this little handsaw from the Dollar Tree. It's not the best out there because the blade does wobble a bit, but if you make good enough cuts on each of the four sides, because I have square dowels, then you'll be able to kind of snap it apart. You just want to be careful that you don't have the wood splinter, because then it will mess up the whole piece and you'll have to start over. So then what I'm doing is just taking the basic white base, spray painting it a prettier color, which is, I think it was boysenberry. And then here's what the drawers look like once the glue has completely dried, and it gives it that frosted look. So here I am just going in with my hot glue gun, and I'm gluing in the dowels that I cut down to size. In this drawer, I am going to be adding 4 of the dowels, and it'll give me plenty of space to store my washi tape onto each of the rods. And I'll be able to see them better, as well as organize them by color, by size, etc. This is what they look like once all 4 are glued inside. With the top drawer, I glued one of the wooden dowels diagonally. That way I could separate the drawer into 2. And then I ended up gluing 2 smaller dowels in as pegs, but I underestimated the height on the top drawer. And so the second one that's inside, I won't be able to use because I won't be able to get anything over it. But it just sections off the drawer so that you can put 2 different sets of things inside the drawer any way that you may see fit, if you decide to redo your storage caddy, the plastic container, into a storage caddy. And I am pretty impressed at how the frosted look came out, the glue and the water and slash Mod Podge worked pretty well. So I'm super impressed. So for the top of the caddy, I took the Make Today Amazing sticker that came on the planter that we did last week, and I actually just reused it and glued it to the top of the caddy. I wanted it to have an inspirational quote, and I thought that that little sticker was the perfect thing, especially since I already had it on hand and I only had to glue it. And then the thing I did not film, I actually did end up adding rhinestones, and so you'll be able to see what it looks like in the finished product. So here's what the caddy looked like before, and here's what the caddy looks like now. Once I added on the rhinestones, it elevated the caddy to a whole new look, and the Make Today Amazing sticker worked perfectly, and it was the right size for that top jar. And here is the pegs with the different washi tapes on them, and then I put my glitters in the top, or the second to top shelf, a couple more washi tapes, and then I just stored in the very top, I put one of my stains in there, a few extra glue sticks, and then in the actual piece under the Make Today Amazing, I actually stored in some additional rhinestones. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video this week. It was a quick and easy one, something that you could use to have around the house to store different things. If you don't do DIYs, you can always use it to store sewing supplies if you're a sewer, or knitting supplies if you knit. And then if you do DIYs, then of course this is going to be perfect for that as well. I thank you guys for joining me this week, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. I hope you're having a great day, and always stay creating. All right guys, I'll see you next week.